What's up there, YouTube? So I'm out here in the garage today, just kind of getting some stuff together, get ready for the 2022 fishing season. Got a new reel and some 15-pound braid to replace the reel on one of my poles. A couple new lures, some stickers for the kayaks, and something I'm really excited about is this year I'm going to be trying out a portable fish finder. So hopefully we'll actually be able to finally find out just how deep my pond is out here outside of the garage, and we'll take it out on a couple of kayak trips and see how it goes. So sit down, grab your favorite beer, and let's see how this goes. So here's the pole for that Penn 3000 reel. It's a 6.5 foot Ugly Stik. I've had it well over 10 years, and it has always been a great, just all around general use. If I don't know where I'm going fishing, I take that with me. Can handle a lot and be a very versatile pole for me. So we're going to replace that reel and put some new 15-pound braid on it. This mono is all sun-dried and snaps at the slightest little bit of pressure nowadays. So here we go. So this is a Penn Fierce III. This is a 3000 size reel that I purchased to go with my fishing pole. Picked this up recently. I've always had good luck with the Penn Fierce reels. I like the fact that they're made for saltwater, even though I use them nowadays mostly in fresh. I started out as a saltwater fisherman, and I like the fact that all my poles, if I go back home to the island, I rig them up to where I can use them in saltwater easily. So now this, I'm hoping, will be a decent size combination for this pole. I did get 150 yards of 15-pound braid. The reel itself says it's rated for 250 yards, so I'm hoping that it won't be so short that it interferes with the barrel. I'm hoping I can still fill the barrel up enough to get some good casts out of it. But as I've said, I've always had good luck with the Penn reels, and usually once I find something that works, same thing. I've always had good luck with a Shakespeare Ugly Stik pole, Penn Fierce reel. I got two others over there set up pretty much the same way. I got a 4'8" with a 1000 size Fierce 2, and I've got a 10.5 foot with a 6000 size Fierce. So hoping this will be a decent reel setup for me. Now I just gotta put some line on it. Alright, so I've got my 15-pound braid attached here to my wire rack to hold the spool up there. I'm using a set of vice grips to help tension it, to help me make sure that I have enough tension to properly spool the reel. I've already went ahead and I've tied the line off to the new reel, and I'm going to just put with 2 fingers to make sure that everything goes, and I just got to stand here, undo my tape. It's a cold take, no editing. Undo my tape, tighten down the drag. Let's go. So I won't bore you for the whole 150 yards, but pretty much that is how I spool my reels. And so I'll tell you a little bit more about this braid in a little bit once I get it all onto the reel and put my pole back together. So as I sit here tying my quick connect onto the end of my fishing line, just want to touch on the line I'm using. So I am using some normal quick connect tackle. See if it'll focus. But I like to use these because I fish a lot of lures, and when you go out and you're changing things up, you can't be tying knots all day long. So I do like to use those. So I'm attaching it here with a Palomar knot, which is what Spiderwire has on their box as the recommended knot. So I figure I'm going to use that and just see what happens, because the box has instructions on how to tie it. And every now and then I forget how to tie different knots. As I said, I use quick connects, so sometimes it's a long time between me actually tying knots, and I forget. But anyway, I was walking through Bass Pro Shop recently looking for a 15-pound braid. Normally in the past, I've used Power Pro braid, and I gotta say this has worked really well for me. But I saw this at Spiderwire Durabraid, and it says it's more abrasion resistant, and I thought, you know what, I want to give that a shot and see what happens, because sometimes in some of the spots I like to fish, it can get a little rocky. So I thought I'd give this stuff a shot. I can say it definitely feels like it would be more abrasion resistant. It's definitely, like, feeling it right now in my fingers compared to the Power Pro. It's definitely a stiffer fishing line. So we'll see how that will affect its castability and the feel feedback to the fishing pole. If I end up not liking it, I do have a spool of Power Pro that I can put on. I can take this off and put that Power Pro on instead. But for right now, we'll give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. So there we go. Did my knot. Just got to cut off my tail. Cut off the tail. And there we go. So there is the new Penn Fierce reel attached to my 6.5 foot Ugly Stik with, you can't see it, but 15-pound Spiderwire Durabraid. We'll give that a shot. See how that works out compared to past years. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. And there we have a Penn Fierce III, size 3000 on my 6.5 foot Ugly Stik, all assembled with 15-pound Spiderwire Durabraid. And you can expect by the end of the 2022 summer fishing season, I will probably try to make a review on the reel, and hopefully I can actually get out on some fishing trips and take the kayaks out and bring some fishing content. At the very least, right next to Fritzy's Rubble Garage is my large amazing pond that has plenty of largemouth bass in there to keep me occupied if I cannot make it out on any rivers or lakes.